Welcome back, everybody. Today's deep dive is going to be pretty fascinating. We're taking a look at the Smart Africa Trust Alliance. They call it SATA. And we've got their white paper. It lays out their vision for a unified digital landscape for the entire continent of Africa.
Ambitious.
Very ambitious. We're talking about a future where things like digital transactions and data just flow seamlessly across any border, empowering individuals and businesses.
Yeah, I think the real challenge that SATA is tackling here, it's not just about, upgrading systems. It's about building something where nothing exists.
Oh, absolutely.
For a huge chunk of the population.
It's interesting because in the white paper, they highlight that almost half of Africa's population doesn't even have legal identification.
Yeah.
We're talking about nearly 500 million people.
It's incredible.
We're basically shut out from participating in the modern digital world.
It's a huge barrier to overcome.
It is. So let's dig into this. How do they propose to solve this problem? What's the strategy here?
Well, the first step is building what they call digital public infrastructure, DPI.
Okay.
And it's like the digital equivalent of roads and bridges. It's that foundational
infrastructure,
exactly.
Okay.
And SATA is focusing on three core elements of DPI. The first one, obviously, is digital ID. And then there's digital payments and data exchange.
So they're trying to create this interconnected system where everything can work together smoothly, securely.
Okay.
But, Africa has over 50 countries.
Right.
Each with their own regulations, their own systems.
Yes.
How do they create this unified approach?
Well, that's the whole point of SATA. They're bringing all of these nations together to build this digital ecosystem, and it all starts with the digital ID.
So it's a Pan-African initiative?
It is.
Okay. But even if they can get every country on board with this, wouldn't building a continent-wide digital infrastructure take decades?
It's a huge undertaking for sure, but they are working with a sense of urgency. They lay out this ambitious vision of creating a single digital market for Africa.
Yeah.
Imagine a market that could rival any other in the world.
That's a pretty bold vision.
It is.
Is there any indication that this is more than just, a pipe dream?
Well, I think the fact that 14 countries have already signed on shows real commitment.
Wow.
And they've even established a governance structure with a supervisory committee. It's made up of ICT ministers and private sector CEOs.
So they're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk.
Exactly. The Smart Africa Secretariat, the SAS, they provide operational support.
So there's a dedicated team working on this.
There is.
Okay, so we've got the vision, we've got the strategy, we've got the governance, but let's get down to brass tacks.
Sure.
What does this actually look like in practice?
Okay.
Can you give me a concrete example of how SATA could actually change someone's life?
Well, let's imagine a student in Ghana who wants to study abroad in South Africa. Right now, the process of getting their qualifications recognized and transferring their records can be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But with SATA, their digital ID and their credentials are instantly verifiable.
Across borders.
Across borders.
So it's not just about convenience here. It's about a huge economic impact.
Absolutely. Think about cross-border trade.
Okay.
Let's say you're a business owner in Rwanda.
Yeah.
And you want to sell your products to customers in Kenya. Right now, there are so many bureaucratic hurdles. A lack of trust can really hinder things.
Yeah.
But a unified digital system, imagine how much easier it would be to verify credentials, process payments.
Track shipments.
Exactly.
It just really lowers that barrier to entry for small businesses.
It does.
Who are looking to expand beyond their borders.
Right.
It seems like this could unlock a lot of economic growth.
Absolutely.
Innovation.
Yeah, this is why SATA is really gaining traction globally.
Interesting.
Initiatives like the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA.
I've heard of that.
They've laid the groundwork for economic integration. SATA adds that digital layer.
I see.
Making trade and collaboration even more seamless.
So it's more than just about building, digital systems in Africa. It's about connecting those systems with the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Becoming a key player in this, global digital landscape.
Right. But SATA is being very careful to make sure that this is done in a way that benefits Africa on Africa's terms.
So it's a collaboration.
Yes.
But not at the expense of control.
Right. They want to ensure that African nations have ownership over their digital destiny.
Okay. So how do they plan to balance those two things?
They're working to align with those global initiatives while also promoting African leadership.
So they're building a bridge, not an island.
Precisely. They're engaging with the global landscape, but ultimately charting their own course.
That's a really powerful message.
It is.
Especially when it comes to technology,
Yeah.
which can sometimes feel like it's being imposed rather than chosen.
And they're showing that they're serious about this with their first use case,
Okay.
which focuses on cross-border verification for travel.
Interesting.
So imagine using your digital ID to travel seamlessly between Benin and Rwanda. No more paperwork, no more delays.
Wow.
They're already piloting this,
That's incredible.
showing the world that it's possible.
That's a fantastic example of how this, seemingly complex vision can have tangible benefits
Right.
for everyday people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning. They're looking at use cases in healthcare finance, education,
Yeah.
everything.
It seems like they're really laying the foundation for a digital revolution.
It does feel that way.
All right. Well, it sounds like SATA is off to a promising start.
Yeah.
But before we jump into all those exciting use cases,
Wait.
let's take a look at the nuts and bolts of how this all actually works. We've
Yeah.
talked about digital ID and data exchange, but how does that actually happen? What's the technology behind all of this?
That's where it gets really interesting. So a core part of their approach is this platform. They call it the Smart Africa Data Exchange,
SADX.
SADX.
That's right.
Okay, so SADX is like the engine that makes all of this work.
Yeah. Think of it as a secure digital highway connecting all these different systems and databases
Across all these different countries.
across all these different countries. Yeah.
So let's go back to that student in Ghana who wants to study in South Africa.
Okay.
With SADX, the South African university could instantly verify their qualifications
Right.
just by accessing Ghana's education database
Through this platform.
through this platform.
Securely. That's the key.
Okay, so it's not about creating this one giant database.
Right.
It's about connecting existing ones.
That's exactly it. It's all about interoperability.
Yeah.
Making sure these systems can talk to each other
Without compromising.
without compromising anything, security, privacy, all that.
And this applies to more than just education, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine healthcare.
A provider in Kenya needs to access a patient's records from Uganda,
Makes sense.
or a bank in Senegal wants to verify a customer in Côte d'Ivoire.
Wow. It really could change how information flows across the continent.
It really could. And SADX is built with security and privacy at its core.
So how does that work?
They use advanced encryption access controls.
So only authorized people.
Only authorized people can get to the data they need.
It's like a digital vault.
Exactly. A highly secure one with layers of protection.
They're really trying to address these concerns about data privacy head on.
They know building trust is essential.
Yeah,
People need to feel confident that their data is being handled properly.
ethically. It sounds like a massive task to build this kind of platform from scratch.
It is.
Yeah,
And that's why they're taking it step by step, starting with those pilot projects,
like the travel one.
like the travel one. Exactly. Prove it works. And they're partnering with tech companies
Makes sense.
who have the expertise to build these large-scale platforms.
So in-house development and strategic partnerships.
That's the idea. And they're also developing strategic frameworks
Okay.
to guide implementation. They've got a digital ID blueprint, a digital payments blueprint, more on the way.
So these blueprints are like roadmaps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For countries to follow, ensuring everything works together.
Consistency and interoperability.
You got it. They outline the technical stuff, legal considerations, best practices. It's a toolkit and instructions.
Okay. So we got SADX as the platform, blueprints as the guide.
Yeah.
What about the people who's actually building all this, maintaining it?
Capacity building is a huge focus for SATA.
Okay.
They're working with member states to develop those technical skills.
To manage this complex system.
Exactly. Training programs, workshops, knowledge sharing. It's about making sure African nations have the expertise to own their digital transformation.
So it's not just importing technology, it's empowering people.
That's the goal, to create a sustainable ecosystem where African nations are in control.
We've talked a lot about the benefits of SATA. Are there any risks or challenges they should be aware of?
Of course. Any project this big has challenges.
Like what?
One of the biggest is coordinating all these different countries.
Yeah.
They all have different levels of digital maturity,
Yeah.
different infrastructure.
Right. Some are way ahead of others.
Exactly. Getting everyone on the same page, moving at a similar pace. That's going to be tough.
It's like an orchestra where some are playing violins and others are still figuring out the flute.
It's a great analogy. And then there's funding.
Yeah.
Building this takes money. A lot of it.
Where's that coming from?
They're looking everywhere.
Yeah.
International development organizations, partnerships with private companies, even exploring things like public-private partnerships.
So it's a mix of funding sources.
It is. And with all that money comes scrutiny. Transparency and accountability are essential.
To make sure everything's being used properly.
Exactly. SATA is working hard to establish really strong governance mechanisms to manage these resources responsibly.
Okay. So coordination funding, those are big challenges.
Yeah.
But what about the downsides of being this interconnected?
Oh, there are definitely risks.
Like what?
We've seen how technology can be misused. Cybersecurity threats are always evolving.
They're going to have to protect themselves.
Oh, absolutely. They've made cybersecurity a top priority,
Yeah.
working with the best experts to secure the system. Do regular audits, have incident response plans. And it's not just about the tech.
It's about the people.
It's about the people. Fostering a culture of cybersecurity awareness.
Because human error is often the weakest link.
So true.
Yeah.
It's a holistic approach.
Right.
Technology, processes, education.
Okay. So they're thinking about that. But let's get back to the exciting stuff.
Okay.
The white paper talks about a lot of potential use cases for SATA.
Yeah.
What are some of those? How could they actually impact people's lives?
Okay. Let's start with something everyone understands. Mobile money.
Okay. Huge in Africa already.
Huge.
No.
But imagine sending money to another country.
Yeah.
Instantly, securely. No crazy fees.
That would change everything.
SATA could make that happen by making different mobile money platforms work together.
That would be huge for remittances.
Oh, absolutely. People sending money back home to their families, so much easier.
And cheaper.
Exactly. And it's not just individuals. Businesses could use it too. Paying suppliers, receiving payments from customers.
Simplifies trade.
Streamlines everything.
Okay, so mobile money is one area. What else?
Healthcare. Think about a doctor in a rural clinic in Tanzania.
Okay.
They need to consult with a specialist in Nairobi.
Hard to do right now.
Very hard. But with SATA, they could share medical records, images, even do live video consultations.
Breaking down those geographical barriers.
Exactly. Improving access to healthcare for millions.
That's incredible. It would level the playing field for people in remote areas.
It would. And they're looking at so many other areas too.
Like what?
Agriculture, education, transportation, energy. Farmers could access real-time market data. Students could take courses from universities in different countries. People could even use their digital ID to vote. Securely and transparently.
It sounds like the possibilities are endless.
They really are. And this isn't just talk. They're piloting these use cases.
Yeah.
Working with governments, businesses, NGOs. It's all about showing what a unified, digitally empowered Africa can achieve.
It's not just efficient, it's inclusive.
That's the goal.
But this is a huge undertaking.
It is.
They're still in the early stages.
Very true.
They've got some serious hurdles ahead of them.
Yeah.
Technical challenges, political obstacles, getting buy-in from everybody.
It's not going to be easy.
Making sure data is kept private.
Absolutely.
Addressing those cybersecurity concerns.
All huge challenges.
And what about unintended consequences?
Oh, that's a good point.
Can you talk about that a bit?
Sure. If the system isn't designed carefully, it could actually make existing inequalities worse.
Right. So people who are already digitally excluded could fall even further behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just build the technology. Access and the digital divide have to be addressed.
And there's the potential for data misuse.
That's right.
Exploitation.
Strong safeguards are crucial.
To protect people.
To protect people's rights. Absolutely.
So transparency, accountability, ethical considerations.
They all have to be front and center.
They do, despite all that.
Yeah.
What SATA is doing.
It's important.
It is.
It's a bold vision.
It is.
And even if they only achieve a fraction of what they're aiming for,
it's still going to have a big impact.
A huge impact on Africa's future.
And it's not just about Africa.
You're right.
SATA is setting an example.
For the whole world.
Showing what's possible when countries work together.
To build a better digital future.
So SATA is part of a global movement.
It is.
It does seem like the world is becoming increasingly interconnected. Digitally speaking.
It is, and SATA is very much aligned with that global trend. You see similar initiatives in other regions.
Like where?
The EU's digital single market, India's Aadhaar system. Each one's a little different.
But they have the same goal.
The same underlying principle.
Yeah.
Using technology to break down those barriers, encourage more collaboration.
It's like a network of digital bridges.
That's a great way to think about it. And what's really interesting is they're learning from each other.
Oh, really?
SATA is actually drawing inspiration from the EU's IDISIS regulation.
What's that?
It sets standards for electronic ID and trust services.
So they're not starting from scratch.
Exactly. Adapting and adopting best practices.
Makes sense.
But they're also bringing their own ideas to the table.
Okay.
Africa has so much to offer. That entrepreneurial spirit, mobile-first approach. Understanding the challenges of emerging markets.
So it's a two-way street.
Exactly. They're learning from the world. The world's learning from them.
That's really cool. So SATA is part of this bigger global picture.
It is.
But let's zoom in on the individual for a moment. How do you think this will actually impact the lives of everyday people in Africa? What changes can they expect to see?
Well, on a practical level, faster, more efficient government services.
Okay.
Imagine renewing your driver's license online. No more standing in line for hours. Or accessing medical records from anywhere.
Less bureaucracy, more convenience. I like it.
Right. And it's not just about convenience. New opportunities will emerge.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Education, healthcare, finance.
Huh?
Imagine students in rural areas taking online courses from top universities.
Wow.
Or entrepreneurs connecting with investors and customers across different countries.
So many possibilities.
It's about opening doors, leveling the playing field, giving people chances they might not have had before.
That's the transformative power of this.
Exactly. It's not just about making things more efficient. It's about empowering people.
It's a powerful vision.
It is.
But technology alone can't solve all of Africa's problems.
You're absolutely right. Technology is a tool. It can be used for good or for bad.
That's true.
It's up to us to make sure it's used ethically, responsibly.
So we need the right policies, regulations,
In the right mindset.
to make sure technology serves us, not the other way around.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
And that's where the conversation needs to go beyond just the tech stuff.
What do you mean?
We need to talk about the social, economic, political implications.
It's about seeing the whole picture.
Exactly. Digital literacy, data privacy, cybersecurity access for marginalized communities.
These are all important issues.
They are complex challenges, but we have to address them if we want a fair and inclusive digital future.
So it's a journey,
It is
not a destination.
a journey that requires collaboration and innovation, a commitment to putting people first.
Well said. SATA is just one step on that journey.
A big step, though.
I think we've covered a lot of ground today. The vision, the strategies.
The benefits, the challenges.
SATA is a bold attempt to use technology to really transform Africa.
Even though they're still early on, the progress so far is exciting.
It's a story that's still being written.
But it's a story worth paying attention to.
It is. To our listeners, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay curious about this digital future that's being built right now.
The future isn't something that just happens.
We make it.
We create it together.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into SATA and Africa's digital future. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and keep diving deep.